Bonjour, Newsway Morgan Cause. We're here in the Net News Ledger studio, and we are here to talk about youth suicide. We have Timus and Edna in the studio with us today. Bonjour. Timus, would you like to introduce yourself and who you are?
Bonjour, Timus Nate, dus in de kaas en mijn schuil dat ik niet doontje. Het is maar aan het wezen, we nou weten zijn de man, maar wat tijd is wat schip maar te zeggen. I'm here to talk about the youth suicide that we had a meeting with the elders before Christmas. And what came out of that meeting was very interesting and a lot of information and a lot of things that were not said before. And then we have to have a plan of action to help out and to use the knowledge we gain from this meeting. So.
So there's another youth gathering that you guys are planning? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, my name is Edna, Skunk. Kijk, ik geef dus een go most do them. Me long get again April 4, 5, 6 in Sioux Lookout days in for another elders gathering. Elders gathering about suicide. And gaan just is me gaan ook youth gaan go and sit this out so we can get to them physically, take them out somewhere out in the land, teach them about life skills and to understand why this is happening in their lives, why this is generational drama keeps going. What can we do to stop it? That's what we're doing.
And a lot of the solutions will be brought out at this time as well.
Yes. Well, what happened was, like we said, we listened to the elders for 2 days, uninterrupted, and they were able to say what normally isn't said in the meetings, and we're going to use that. We're going to use their presentations to implement the strategy we're planning. And we don't know exactly what we're doing, but the cry out there is for to go back to the roots is one of them. That's one of the many things, and of course the main reason for the dysfunctional feeling is that broken homes, broken marriages, and child separation, taking kids away from their home. That's the most painful experience they're having, and so that's why they begin to get these ideas that they should end their lives so that they don't suffer anymore. So with that in mind, we're going to be looking for more recommendations and a proper way to manage the clients once out in the land, and make sure that we do what we're supposed to do, not to endanger any lives. So that's what the next meeting is going to be about.
Again, when is that, Edna?
April 4, 5, 6 at Days in Sioux Lookout. We're gonna start what we started, and then we're gonna talk about the solutions. I know there's one thing that's not being talked about is the big issue is sexual abuse. It's still happening in our communities, and it has to stop. And we have to stop this. Children are hurting, so they're experiencing sexual abuse, and they can't speak. They can't speak for themselves. We have to help them speak. Stop that. And we have to help perpetrators to. I know there's one thing that people doesn't talk about is perpetrator. How do you stop yourself? How do you look at yourself? What can you do not to hurt a child? What can you do about it? That's one thing that nobody talks about. And they need to know their sickness. We're not going to eliminate them. They're around. We have to acknowledge those people. And we can't judge them. It's a sickness. That's not our humanness. God gave us children to protect. If we don't stimulate their needs, they're going to become perpetrators themselves. So it starts from childhood. If we don't love, kiss, hug children, their brains are not going to grow. And it's happening today. Their brains are not growing because we're so busy with technology. The child is there, but there's no bonding. Too much technology. And also, we're too busy to look who's in our households. Many of those sexual abuse victims, it's always somebody close by that they know. So we need to open our eyes. I know I grew up, I didn't see that. I didn't experience sexual abuse. There were certain ways that our parents did. Our brothers were on the other side, sisters on this side. My mom didn't let my brothers hold the baby when they were growing up. My brothers beginning to 11, 12, 13. She didn't let them hold our younger siblings. There was a reason for that. When a young man they become a young man, things are happening in their bodies. Somebody holds a baby, things will trigger. These are the things that elders prevented. We had those teachings before the contact came. Those teachings passed down to oral teachings. There was a reason why they didn't let these things happen. We already have the answers of what those mainstream Western society are running to race. We have it out there. We have those teachings. And we have to go back to those teachings and understanding them. That's our purpose for this suicides. It starts from the beginning. Those victims, they use drugs and alcohol to forget. They use those medicines. They abuse them because it makes them feel better. So they don't feel that the abuse they went through. If we want to deal with the suicides, we got to deal with what happened in their past. That's what this elders meeting is all about. We need our identity, connection, love, and a purpose. A purpose gonna be hard. Right now, it's so hard. You have to have a purpose to see the beautiness of the land, to see the beauty everywhere you go. So we have a lot of teachings to go. This is no power struggle. It's real. We have to go back. Go back and learn these things. Not to go live the way we used to. Take your kids out there. teach them about fish. There's all kinds of fish out there. Teach them their purposes. Teach them about the trees, their purposes. So they too can have a purpose. How they're going to look after themselves. Like when I'm here in the studio, I barely seen Sleeping Giant. I said to my daughter, get a house where you have a view out there in the lake. Because the water is so important. If you're not close to the water, your mind's going to be out of balance. We have to be living close to the lake, to the water. It gives us peace. That's why we are doing this. We came from water. If we don't see the water in our daily lives, our minds are going to get, we're going to feel lonely. Those are one of the things that we said. Lonely is the biggest thing. I hear a lot of people talking about being lonely. I don't understand that. What is lonely? I'm so busy trying to race with my grandkids to take them out. I don't have time to be lonely. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm not rich, but I have knowledge out there, what's out there. That's what I'm grateful for. And I'll do anything to try to get young people get help. That's my purpose.
And so, with that, is the unaddressed public health threat that is facing First Nations people today. I hope you attend, and if you need to contact Timus, how do we contact you?
Okay, I just want to say this. It's not going to be an easy task because our working group is scattered all over the communities there, up in Bearskin and some other communities. So it's not going to be an easy task. And because we don't have government funding and we're not seeking one at the moment, it's going to be hard to do it. But that's what we must do to open some eyes and get people thinking. And because of the distance between us, we're not communicating as well as we should be. And so, but we're going to do what we need to do as soon as possible. As soon as we're never stopped since that first meeting in December in Sioux Lookout. We never stopped planning, thinking, talking to people, and it's just unfortunate that some policies won't allow us to get our word out there quickly, to show the results. But however, we are going to begin, start to get people interested and find people that still have life skills in the land, and also have the knowledge and have the wisdom to carry them out. And you can contact any of our groups. Personally, you can contact me anytime, and my phone will show up in the screen later on. And so you can talk to me anytime, or you can talk to James Bottle or Edna here. And we got some working group. Barb Wabos is there, and there's some more people in the working group. So you can contact any one of us to bring you up to date on what we're doing. It's very hard to get together, but it's very simple to do once we get together. So, Migocho.
Mm-hmm. So with the, just one more question. Who is it opened up to? Who are you reaching out to?
Right now, the elders are gathering, and when this meeting happens, now we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do. And then after that, we might have another meeting and start utilizing our land because we don't have any funding to do this. So we're going to start utilizing the land. Maybe have a big camp meeting this summer. I know I'm going wild rice picking, and that's a really good place to be because that's a time of harvesting all the medicines.
Is there a place where if somebody wanted to contribute and help out? Is there a place where
they can contact me. My contact number is my email address is Edna_skunk2007 @hotmail.com. My phone number at office is 807-928-2971. I'm there Monday to Friday. At home, 807-928-0898. If I want to donate, contact me. I will be looking after that. I live in Mishkigogmak First Nation, Ontario, Canada. Migach.
So that's coming up. We'll keep you updated and posted. This is Nirjwait Mog, Nishnabin Kaz with Net News Ledger. Migach.
Migach.